Hello everyone. I'm here today to share insights inspired by the great Napoleon Hill, the man who spent his life studying the secrets of success from the world's most accomplished individuals. In his classic book Think and Grow Rich, Hill emphasized that time is our most valuable resource, irreplaceable and finite. Yet in today's fast-paced society, especially for young people in places like the US, UK, or Australia, where distractions from social media, work demands, and endless notifications pull us in every direction, it's easy to lose control. But don't worry, you're not alone, and there's a way forward. Napoleon Hill believed that success isn't about luck, it's about deliberate action and efficient use of time. He interviewed giants like Henry Ford and Andrew Carnegie, who all shared a common trait. They treated time with the respect it deserves. If you're a millennial or Gen Z feeling stuck in a cycle of busyness without progress, this video is for you. We'll explore practical, time-tested strategies to help you regain control, build momentum, and create a life of fulfillment. Over the next 20 minutes, I'll guide you through 6 key principles, each drawn from Hill's teachings, with real-world examples and steps you can apply today. By the end, you'll feel empowered, motivated, and ready to take charge. So, let's begin this journey together. Because your time is precious, and so are your dreams. Point 1. Define your definite chief aim. Let's start with the foundation of effective time management. Defining your definite chief aim. Napoleon Hill coined this term to describe a clear, burning desire that guides every decision you make. Without it, your time gets scattered like leaves in the wind. Imagine a young professional in New York City, scrolling through LinkedIn late at night, feeling envious of others' promotions, but unsure of their own path. That's the trap many fall into, reacting to life instead of directing it. Hill taught that success begins in the mind. He said, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So, how do you apply this to time management? First, take a quiet moment, perhaps early in the morning with a cup of coffee, to reflect on what you truly want. Not what society expects, but what lights a fire in your soul. Is it starting your own business, advancing in your career, or building stronger family ties? Write it down in vivid detail. Make it specific. I will launch my freelance graphic design business and secure 5 clients within the next 6 months. Why does this matter? Because once you have your chief aim, every hour of your day becomes purposeful. You'll naturally say no to distractions that don't align. Hill shared stories of inventors who persisted through failures because their aim was crystal clear. For you, this could mean turning off notifications during focus work sessions, or choosing networking events over mindless TV binges. But let's make it practical. Start small. Dedicate 15 minutes tonight to brainstorming your aim. Use a journal or app, whatever feels comfortable. Visualize achieving it. Feel the emotions of success. Hill used autosuggestion, repeating affirmations daily, to reinforce his goals. Try it. I am the master of my time, directing it toward my definite chief aim. Over time, this shifts your mindset from scattered to strategic. Remember, in our always-on world, where apps like TikTok can steal hours without notice, having a North Star protects your time. It's not about being rigid, it's about being intentional. As a caring guide, I want you to know that it's okay if your aim evolves, life changes, and so can you. But starting with clarity is the first step to long-term success. Hill's protégés, like those he mentored, often credited this principle for their breakthroughs. You can too. So pause here if needed. What's your definite chief aim? Hold on to that as we move forward. Point 2. Prioritize ruthlessly. Now that you have your definite chief aim, the next step is to prioritize ruthlessly. Napoleon Hill observed that successful people don't try to do everything. They focus on what moves the needle. In Think and Grow Rich, he talks about the importance of organized planning, where you identify the most vital tasks and tackle them first. Think about it. In a world full of emails, meetings, and social obligations, how often do you end the day feeling productive yet unfulfilled? That's because busyness isn't productivity. For young adults in developed countries, this is crucial. You might be balancing a job, side hustles, gym routines, and social life, all while dealing with FOMO from Instagram stories. Hill would say, control your own thoughts and actions. So let's break it down. Use the Eisenhower matrix, a tool that aligns with Hill's principles. Divide tasks into urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither. Your definite chief aim helps you decide what's truly important. For example, if your aim is to write a book, prioritize daily writing over answering non-essential emails. Hill interviewed Thomas Edison, who famously worked in focused bursts on inventions, delegating the rest. You can do the same. Delegate chores if possible, or batch similar tasks like grocery shopping once a week. To make this habit stick, start your day with a top 3 list. Ask yourself, what 3 actions today will bring me closer to my aim? This creates momentum and reduces overwhelm. Hill emphasized persistence, but paired with smart prioritization, it's unstoppable. Imagine a student in London prioritizing study sessions over pub nights, leading to better grades and opportunities. Be gentle with yourself. Prioritization takes practice. If you slip, reflect without judgment. Hill believed in the power of desire. Let your aim fuel your choices. Over time, you'll notice more free time for what you love, like hobbies or time with friends. This isn't about sacrifice, it's about alignment. As an expert in Hill's teachings, I assure you, ruthless prioritization has transformed lives, from entrepreneurs to artists. Try it this week and feel the shift toward mastery. Point 3. Eliminate time wasters with awareness. Moving on, let's talk about eliminating time wasters with awareness, a principle Napoleon Hill stressed through his concept of self-discipline. He warned that uncontrolled habits can derail even the best plans. In our digital age, time wasters are everywhere. Endless scrolling on Twitter, binge-watching Netflix series, or getting lost in online shopping. For young people in the US, UK, or Australia, where high-speed internet and smartphones are ubiquitous, these can consume hours without you realizing. Hill said, "Every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit." Apply this to time management. View distractions as opportunities to build strength. Start by tracking your time for a week. Use a simple app like Rescue Time or a notebook to log activities. You'll be shocked. Perhaps that quick check of emails turns into 45 minutes. Awareness is the first step. Once identified, eliminate or minimize them. Hill advocated for a do-it-now mentality to combat procrastination. For social media, set limits. 30 minutes a day, using tools like Freedom or built-in screen time features. Replace habits with positive ones. Read a chapter of a motivational book instead of scrolling. Consider a real example. A young marketer in Sydney felt drained by constant notifications. By turning them off during work hours and scheduling check-in times, she reclaimed 2 hours daily, which she invested in skill-building courses. Hill's mastermind principle ties in here. Share your struggles with a trusted friend for accountability. But why does this lead to long-term success? Because free time compounds. Hill studied how Andrew Carnegie used every minute efficiently, building an empire. You can build yours, whether it's a career or personal growth. Be kind to yourself. Breaking habits isn't easy, but persistence pays off. Visualize the life without these drains. More energy, clearer mind, faster progress. As someone who's seen Hill's methods work wonders, I encourage you. Start small, celebrate wins, and watch your life transform. Point 4. Implement time blocking for focused action. With distractions minimized, it's time to implement time blocking for focused action. Napoleon Hill praised the value of concentrated effort, much like how he described the burning desire that fuels success. Time blocking is scheduling specific blocks for tasks, treating them as unbreakable appointments. This aligns perfectly with Hill's organized planning from his success formula. In busy Western lifestyles, where multitasking is glorified but ineffective, this method brings sanity. Studies show multitasking reduces productivity by up to 40%, but focus blocks let you dive deep. Hill would approve. He advised setting aside time for creative thinking, away from interruptions. How to start? Grab your calendar. Block out your day. 9 to 11 a.m. for deep work on your chief aim. 11 to 12 for emails. Afternoon for exercise or relaxation. Include buffers for the unexpected. For a young entrepreneur in California dreaming of a startup, This could mean blocking evenings for business planning instead of aimless web surfing. Hill's auto-suggestion helps. Affirm. I use my time blocks with discipline and joy. Make it enjoyable. Pair blocks with rewards, like a walk after a productive session. Over weeks, this builds momentum, turning intentions into achievements. Think of Hill's own life. He dedicated years to researching success, blocking time for interviews and writing. You can emulate that for your goals. If you're a parent or have a full-time job, adapt flexibly, maybe shorter blocks. The key is consistency. This isn't rigid control, it's empowering freedom. As an expert voice, I care about your well-being. Time blocking prevents burnout by including rest. Try it tomorrow, and feel the empowerment of owning your schedule. Point 5. Reflect daily and adjust your course. Reflection is a cornerstone of Napoleon Hill's philosophy. He called it the sixth sense, or infinite intelligence, but practically, it's reviewing your actions to improve. For time management, daily reflection ensures you're on track toward long-term success. In our achievement-driven societies, we often rush forward without pausing, leading to repeated mistakes. Hill recommended ending each day with self-analysis. What went well? What didn't? Adjust accordingly. This builds self-awareness and adaptability. For young adults facing career uncertainties or life transitions, this is gold. It turns setbacks into stepping stones. Set aside 10 to 15 minutes before bed. Journal. Today, I advanced my aim by action. Tomorrow, I'll improve by adjustment. Hill used this to refine his teachings. Example: a grad student in Manchester reflected on wasted study time due to poor planning, so she adjusted by prepping materials in advance, boosting her grades. Tie it to emotions. Celebrate wins to reinforce positives. Forgive slips with compassion. Hill believed in persistence through learning. Over months, patterns emerge. Maybe mornings are your peak energy, so shift important tasks there. This practice fosters growth mindset, essential for enduring success. Hill's ments, like those in his mastermind groups, thrived on shared reflections. You can too, perhaps by joining online communities. Remember, reflection isn't criticism, it's caring self-guidance. As someone inspired by Hill, I know this habit can change trajectories. Make it yours and watch your time mastery evolve. Point 6. Build a mastermind alliance for accountability. Finally, build a mastermind alliance for accountability. Napoleon Hill's signature idea from observing successful tycoons. A mastermind is a group of like-minded individuals who support and challenge each other. For time management, this provides external motivation and fresh perspectives. In isolated modern lives, where remote work is common, accountability combats isolation. Hill said harmony in a group amplifies power. Form yours. Invite 3 to 5 friends or colleagues with similar goals. Meet weekly via Zoom. Share time management wins and struggles, set commitments. Example: a young writer in Melbourne joined a mastermind, committing to daily writing blocks. Group check-ins kept her accountable, leading to her first published article. Hill's own alliance with Carnegie propelled his career. To start, choose positive, driven people. Discuss time strategies like sharing apps or books. This isn't just advice, it's emotional support during tough times. Hill emphasized that no one succeeds alone. Your mastermind becomes your cheer squad, helping sustain long-term habits. Be open, vulnerable. True growth comes from trust. As a caring expert, I urge you, don't go solo, leverage collective wisdom. This principle has built empires. It can build your success story. As we wrap up this exploration of mastering your time inspired by Napoleon Hill, take a moment to reflect. How will you apply these principles starting today? You've learned to define your definite chief aim, prioritize ruthlessly, eliminate time wasters, implement time blocking, reflect daily, and build a mastermind alliance. Each step, drawn from Hill's profound insights, is designed to help you navigate the challenges of modern life with grace and purpose. Remember, success is a marathon, not a sprint. Be patient with yourself as you implement these changes. Small, consistent actions lead to monumental results. Hill's legacy shows that anyone can achieve greatness by respecting their time. I'd love to hear from you.